There are places the world has forgotten, towns that don't exist on any map, roads that lead nowhere, or worse, somewhere you were never meant to go. This is The Village That Follows. I wasn't looking for anything, just air, silence. Life had grown too loud. Cities, screens, constant connection. I wanted out, so I drove. No destination, no schedule, just followed roads until the roads got smaller, and then smaller still, and that's when I saw it. A narrow dirt path branching from the main road, half covered in moss and leaves. No signs, no names, just a subtle pull like gravity, but sideways. I turned, I don't know why, and I think that was the moment everything started. The trees grew thicker around the car, almost suffocating. The light faded unnaturally fast, though it wasn't evening yet. Then, like a curtain pulling back, the woods opened, and there it was, a village, small, ancient looking, with twisted chimneys and crooked roofs, as if the houses had grown there like mushrooms rather than being built. A carved wooden sign read, Beletreux. The name meant nothing to me, but something about it scraped the back of my teeth. I stopped the car, got out. The air was still, too still, not peaceful, paralyzed. I walked slowly through the village square. No people, no sounds, but signs of life were everywhere. Laundry hanging on a line, a candle burning behind glass, a rocking chair still swaying. I called out, "Hello?" My voice came back to me strangely, slower, deeper, like it had passed through water, and then I saw them. Figures. People. Lining the narrow streets, motionless. They weren't hiding. They were waiting. Their eyes were wrong, completely black, like holes burned through paper, and their skin was pale, almost translucent, like old wax. They weren't threatening, just watching, patient. A child stepped forward. Her dress was torn, her hair braided tight. She spoke softly. "You came back." "I've never been here," I said. I was already stepping backward. She smiled without blinking. "Yes, you have. We remember." I turned and ran. Don't remember driving away. 1 second I was standing there. The next I was back on the road, gas pedal to the floor, heart hammering like a drum. The path was gone behind me. Trees untouched, as if none of it had happened. I told myself I'd imagined it, that stress or fatigue had messed with my head. I even laughed about it the next day, almost, until I got the envelope. No name, no return address. Inside, a single sheet of paper. One sentence, handwritten in faded brown ink. "The village remembers." Things got worse after that. I'd lose time, hours at first, then days. I'd wake up in strange clothes, mud on my shoes, soil under my nails. Once, I found a lump of wet moss in my coat pocket. Another time, a rusty iron key, still damp and cold, and I started hearing it, the well. At first, just in dreams. Chains clanking, stone grinding, something deep below whispering in a voice older than sound. But then, it bled into the waking world. I'd be in a grocery store or a public bathroom, and suddenly hear the scraping of the grate. I tried to fight it. Stayed awake for days, poured salt around my bed, covered my mirrors, burned the clothes I'd woken up in. None of it worked. Then, one night, I blinked, and the village was back. No transition. One moment I was in my apartment. The next, I was standing in the village square again, the same candle flickering in the window, the same laundry on the line, though it was now decayed, full of holes. The child stood by the well this time. "You're almost ready," she said. I asked, "Ready for what?" "To remember," she whispered. Behind her, the villagers began to move. Slow, dragging limbs, smiles that didn't match their eyes. I ran, again. But the streets twisted unnaturally. Houses rearranged themselves. I turned left and ended up where I started. The well was always in the center, always watching. Then something new happened. I saw myself, standing across the square. Same clothes, same face, but his eyes were completely black. He smiled. "You're late," he said. "We've been waiting." I screamed. Everything dissolved. I woke up in my bed, soaked in sweat, but I wasn't alone. Mud, thick, fresh, clinging to the sheets. My hands were scratched, my nails caked with black dirt. On my nightstand, the iron key. I moved out the next day, but it didn't help. The village follows. I've seen it in reflections, in fogged windows, in puddles. Sometimes when I walk past a dark alley, I catch a glimpse of the crooked chimneys, and if I stand still long enough, I start to hear the creaking of the well. It's closer now. Every time I close my eyes, I return a little deeper, and I'm starting to forget the difference. I met a man once, twitchy, gaunt, eyes hollow. He approached me on a bench like he'd been waiting for me. He said one thing, "You too?" I nodded. He didn't ask what I meant. He just said, "Don't let it give you a name. That's when it gets in." Then he walked off the edge of a bridge. I tried to burn the key again. I left it in a train station bathroom, crushed it with a hammer, dropped it down a sewer grate. Every time I wake up, it's closer. Last night, it was under my tongue. Now, I don't run, I don't scream. The more I fight, the more it plays with me. I think the village wants something. Not blood, not pain, memory. It wants to replace me, to drain what I am and leave behind a version it can use. A shadow to fill its hollow streets. And it's working. I can't remember my childhood anymore, or my parents' voices. I look in the mirror and forget if the face is mine. Last week, I saw a photo of myself as a child. The background was blurry, trees, a dirt path, and behind me, barely visible, a crooked signpost that said, Beletreux. I've been there before. Maybe in another life. Maybe always. Maybe there is no world outside that village, and this is just its dream. So if you're listening to this, I'm begging you, do not search for it. Don't Google the name. Don't look at the map. Don't follow any path that doesn't have a name. Because if the village finds you, it never lets go.